Problem 2. A pasture grows new grass at a constant speed. 14 cows can finish the entire pasture by 30 days, and 70 sheep can finish the entire pasture by 16 days. The amount of grass a cow consumes per day is 4 times as much as the amount of grass a sheep consumes per day. How many days will 17 cows and 20 sheep finish the entire pasture? Here, how is it different from our last problem? Well, it's different because now it isn't just one type of animal. There's 2 different types of animals, cows and sheep. The amount these 2 different animals consume per day is different. It says it right here. The amount of grass a cow consumes per day is 4 times as much as the amount of grass a sheep consumes per day. So it's 4 times. Now, we're going to have some trouble with our first step, which is writing down the statement, let 1 cow consume 1 unit of grass in 1 day. So the important part here is to turn these 2 different animals into one animal. So we know the relationship between 1 cow and sheep. So we can first set let's set 1 cow as 1 unit. So the amount of grass a cow consumes per day is 1 unit. But then the amount of grass a sheep consumes per day would be 1/4 units. And it will be difficult if we start using fractions and decimals. So why don't we set the smaller value, the smaller animal, as unit 1? So that could be sheep. So our first step is a little different. That would be let 1 cow consume 4 units of grass per day, and we also know that let 1 sheep eat 1 unit of grass per day. So this is our first step written right here. All right, now we can get on with the problem. So for example, over here we have 14 cows can finish the entire pasture by 30 days. Well, instead of writing 14 cows, we can turn this 14 cows into 14 times 4, 56 sheep up here. And the final question is 17 cows and 20 sheep finish the entire pasture. So instead of making it 17 cows and 20 sheep, we know that 17 times 4 is 68. Over here, this is 68. 68 sheep, and 68 plus 20 sheep is 88. So really, we're being asked 88 sheep. Okay, so let's get started. We already have the first step done. And now we're going to try to find the amount of grass that grows per day. Okay, so the amount of grass that grows per day, we have 2 different scenarios. The first one is 56 times 30, and the second one is 70 sheep times 16. In the first scenario, it has more grass eaten. Why? Because there are more days. More grass can grow in more days. Now, their difference divided by the difference of their number of days, which is 30 minus 16. And we simplify, we get 40. So in here, 40 units of grass grows per day. Okay, so 40 units of grass grow per day. We have the second step done. Now we're trying to find the original amount of grass. Well, what we do is we can find which scenario do you want to use this time. I'm still gonna stick with let's do the first one now. So the first one, we have 56 times 30, and then we subtract 40 times 30. 40 times 30, and that it, because 30 is the number of days, 40 units of grass is the number of grass that grow per day, so we're taking away the amount of grass that grew in the entire process to find the original amount of grass. And we have 56 times 30 minus 40 times 30, which is equal to 1,680 minus 1,220, which is equal to 480. So 480 units of grass was the original amount. And because we need there's a total of 480 units. That is the original grass, right? Well, we take that and we divide it by 88 minus 40, and that is equal to 10 days. And this is because 480 is the total amount of original grass, and the divisor right here is the total amount of sheep, right, 88. But then we have to we have to take a part of it, the 40 sheep, to finish eating the amount of grass that grow up every day. Right? We know that one sheep eats 1 unit per day. So if every day there's 40 units of grass that grow, then we need 40 sheep to eat that 40 units of grass every day. So we take that 40 from the 88, and what's remaining is 48. So 48 grass consume the original amount of grass, and that would take 10 days. Their final answer is 10 days.